All good. Recording now.
Recording scary.
Go
I have a story to tell you, which you'll appreciate as somebody who doesn't have any animals in their continent.
for it. Did you get almost eaten by bear? Is that it?
I
Really?
got here late at night. So what's not on the recording is I'm in a cabin in the woods right now in Northeast California. And so as one does when they're like on their way to a cabin in the woods, I bought on the drive over like $60 worth of like Indian takeout to eat all weekend. In addition to all my groceries.
Wait, you didn't cook yourself? You just bought
No, I've also been cooking
takeout?
myself. I've just been
Oh,
eating an absurd amount of food.
it makes sense. If you move a lot, you need
I know
calories.
another good thing about being all by myself is like I made like cinnamon rolls and I ate all of them.
Yeah,
Yeah. And it's like they come in five,
that's
so they're like
nice.
made to create tension. You can't split them evenly with someone.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway,
You can get two like packets, so you have 10.
you can have five each. I'm like, that's ridiculous. Who eats five? But I just ate five. Anyway, so it's really dark here because we're in the woods. There's not like nearby city lights. So when I arrived at 9 p.m., it was very dark. And the things you could see, it was only if light was shining directly on it. So I parked the car in front of the cabin and I'm getting out of the car with my dog and she's on the leash that's like connected to me. And she kind of like looks into the darkness and starts barking. And I look and I don't see anything because it's super dark. So I'm kind of fiddling with the groceries and holding like the Indian takeout. And then I look because she's still barking. I'm like, Murphy, stop being dramatic, as we like to gaslight our dogs. And then, so she was barking to the right of the cabin and there was a porch light just in front. So the sides of the cabin were complete pitch black, but you could see the front porch light. So she was barking to the side, and then from the side to the front, this huge bear walks out.
No.
And if you can imagine, I've seen many bears before, but I've never been close to a bear like this, let alone holding Indian takeout, which smells delicious.
I don't know if bears are picky about
And then my dog's like completely antagonizing the
But
bear.
I would feel super scared about the dog because the bear can like slap the dog and the dog's gone.
I mean, the bear can slap me too, and I'm gone just two slaps.
Yeah, but like you're not gonna run towards the bear and bark at him, right? You have that sense. Whereas the dog
She's
could
on the
like
leash though.
anger the bear. Oh, okay. It's still, yeah.
Right. She could try to pull me towards the bear, which is just truly like my nightmare. The stuff of nightmares. No, Murphy was actually smart about it. I like went straight into nope mode. I didn't like even fully process it was a bear. I was just like, death, get back in the car.
Yeah.
And
So you got
Murphy
back
was
and you
smart. She got like one more bark in and then listened to me, jumped in the car. So even he knows.
you get back in the car and just wait till the bear disappeared.
Yeah.
How long did it take for it to go away?
I don't really, not that long. It was creepy because, so the bear walked out of the darkness and was slowly walking towards us, just very slowly. And then after we got in the car, it just kind of like slowly went back into the darkness. So I'm like, are you just sitting there now? Or did you turn and walk? I don't know, because I can't see anything because it's so dark. And I'm thinking, like, I don't really feel safe. The car was full of like 5 bags of groceries and Indian takeout.
Yeah, well, it can't get into the car, can it?
I mean, if it really wanted to, I guess so. Usually they say
You drive away.
bears go into unlocked cars.
Oh, yeah.
They just take their nail and open the door.
Oh, they're smart enough to open doors.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't know that.
But I
Wow.
texted my
Wow.
Airbnb host and they said, "Oh, don't worry. The bears are domesticated around there."
Is that a thing?
Like,
Is
I
that
don't really
possible?
believe
To
it.
domesticate them? I've never heard of that being possible.
It sounds a little far. I'm
Yeah.
sure if I ran up and was like, "Booga wooga wooga," it would murder me immediately.
So there's bears like that means you're really in the woods though. Wow. You're like in the middle
Yeah.
of nowhere.
Apparently, it's very common. They just walk through here all the time, and they
I
sent
am
me videos.
so I am so jealous. Ever since I've moved here, like there's just no nature around London. Like it's England's all flat generally. And then
Yeah,
if you compare it to like Vienna, where you take the train for like 45 minutes and you're like in the middle of the Alps. Because Vienna is literally like the tip of the Alps, is like where they built the city. And here, the closest you can get is like you can take a train up to Scotland, but that takes like 4 or 5 hours. And then,
right.
yeah,
But Scotland's supposed to be really amazing.
it is beautiful. We went in like April. It's very nice. But yeah, it's just not the Alps. It's not comparable. It's hills, it's beautiful, it's very nice, but it's not Austria or Switzerland, or it's not the
Yeah.
Alps. It's also not California.
Yeah, well, I was just thinking this the other day, is like there's different kinds of nature that different people like.
Yeah,
Some people like waterfalls, some people
that's
like
fair.
beaches.
Yeah.
I think you and me are the same. I like mountains.
So for me, it's about the scenic view that I can get. And if I go up on a mountain, just the fact that I can see for so long, for like tens, if maybe even hundreds of kilometers, like if I have, that's just amazing to me. I think you can't have that on a beach, like because you go on this. Yeah.
I mean, you can see how far the ocean goes.
There's nothing there though. It's blue. It's just
I think that's still amazing to people.
Yeah, it's cool, but it's cool for like a few minutes. It gets
I would say
pretty soon. It might, at least for me.
a good thing is like an ocean sunset. I'll say as a Californian, especially when there's low tide.
Yeah.
So the sand is really wet.
Yeah.
It goes back for a while.
Yeah.
And so then you have the sunset and it reflects onto the ocean and that whole sand area. And it kind of makes a mirroring effect of the sunset. And that just feels like you've died and gone to heaven. But that being said, I'm a fan of the scenic mountain view. That's my number one.
Yeah, that's beautiful. By the way, do you have anything planned? I've been recording the whole time, just so you know. By the way,
yeah, I think I'm gonna just all of this.
Should we? I don't have a champagne bottle or anything.
No, I just have coffee. But that's a good celebration. As
my time would be actually okay for champagne. It's 6:30 here. Yeah. No, I'm just.
Well, honestly, for like a cabin in the woods situation, I guess I could be drinking champagne. It just didn't occur to me.
Nobody's here to judge you for it, so you're good.
I don't think anyone would. They'd be like, "Someone has the right idea."
No, honestly, it's very, very cool that we've. I don't think either of us were expecting this. I also looked recently. We registered the channel in 2018. That's quite a while ago. I think we didn't really start doing anything until 2019. But like this is like a several year project now. Yeah.
Winter 2018 is when we met in Vienna, or sorry, we met in Venice and then went to Vienna.
Yeah.
So that was December 2018.
Yeah, that was gonna be like beginning of 2019 that we really.
Well, I would say we began, but we didn't publish videos, perhaps. No. Didn't we film? I came to Europe with us having already written Adam Smith scripts. And then we filmed while I was
there. Yeah, that's entirely possible. Yeah. It's quite a while ago. Quite a while. I don't think I've done many projects for this long. Like it's
I don't think I've done anything this
You
long.
run out of.
I've
Usually
always
run out
had
of
my
steam.
short attention span.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've had the short attention span with this channel too, but just come back to it, you know?
Oh, that's so nice about it, right? We never really. I think we tried it for some bits, but then in the end, we never really went for the whole like regular upload schedule as much. I think it's not
That is
necessary.
what's,
And our
it is what's recommended for growth,
yeah, but
but
I would really try to grow this.
yeah, we like
Is that
not
really?
aggressively.
It's at this point, it's just like when I'm gonna come across a book that's interesting, that like sort of fits the channel, like it's academic or you know,
Mhm.
sort of fits our topics a little bit. Then I'm gonna
Yeah.
summarize it if I really want to,
Yeah.
but not like
I mean, I'm a little stuck between like wanting to cover like the economic classics, but then also
oh
doing more modern,
yeah
less classic, right?
yeah
Books that I am passionate about.
yeah.
You know,
So I
like
think there's like a trade-off here, right? Because I think what works well is sort of videos that are adjacent to the content we already have, because that's people that are subscribed because of that content.
yeah.
But then that might not always be what we're interested in. I'm still to this day very sad that the Viktor Frankl videos, the man's search for meaning, they never really got any attention, because that's generally my favorite series. Like that's my favorite book.
I thought
Yeah,
it did get I thought it did get decent views. It got a couple thousand
it's
video.
okay, but yeah.
Yeah. But not like
Yeah, but I really like that would be the work that I'm like most proud of, because I generally like did my best job on those. Yeah,
yeah, you really did.
I think it's all about like what you're passionate about in the end. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And honestly, I think um the channel wouldn't be hurt at all if you only did like sporadically that kind of content.
Yeah. I think that's kind
And
of how
eventually the audience for it will develop.
I think that's how I'm going to move forward. Sort of. I don't know how what your plan is or what your
Well, I have plans for different periods of time.
yeah
Right now, I'm applying for PhD programs in economics. So
yeah.
I'm definitely having what I do to be really economic oriented.
So this to this day,
I'd like to throw in a little bit of like unrelated content like next year at some point.
yeah. But I mean, if you're happy, if you do a PhD in economics, you're going to come across so much interesting content. I mean, so far, by the way, I've officially gotten my dissertation's been like graded and it's all done. So officially, I have now a higher academic qualification than you, which is what I'm really gonna relish, because it's not gonna last for very long. But
Well, like we can like celebrate like the little series of good things that have happened.
yeah. It's but life changes so dramatically, like working full time now. I'm not even getting, thanks for keeping the channel alive. I've just on the like I generally don't tend to get home out before 7, and then I leave at 7. So it's like I don't have that much time during the week anyways, that I'm tired.
Yeah, that was me during, if you ever go back and watch the John Stuart Mill on Liberty books, so many regrets because those were actually like moderately successful. But that was when I was working a full-time job and coming home
you can't put
and
that much
setting
time
up on a stupid old setup
yeah,
and filming at night after like, you know, an
it's
8-hour shift plus 2.5 hours of commuting. And you can see that I'm like
that's a pretty
disoriented, like falling apart.
Generally, I think how well they're done somehow is not a very good predictor for how many people watch them. Like,
It's true.
just from like a quality perspective, from like sound quality or video quality and like editing, quality of the editing, quality of the writing, the ones that are better don't really get more views than the ones that are worse. Which is interesting.
I feel like I'm going through my whole life with that. And I'm wondering, like, are we like the baddies? Are we the ones with bad taste? Because
yeah,
you know, like on a micro example, like on my Instagram, whenever I post something that I think is funny, nobody likes it. And then when I do something that I'm like, this is lame, and it gets a bunch of likes.
There you go. Or maybe it's just so much as randomness. Who knows?
I think it's there's a distinct pattern that it's things that I think
okay. So you're not saying
get
it's
lots of acclaim. And things I'm proud of, or like if I laughed as I wrote it, nobody likes it.
Yeah.
But let's talk a little bit more about, like, I don't know, maybe like the early days of the
I think we should wrap this up at some point. I don't think people are interested in watching too long of a.
Well, I'm gonna cut a lot of this out.
Really? Are you? No, don't. Just keep it in one bit. That makes it much more natural.
To be like one big long thing?
Yeah. No, don't cut anything out. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. If it's okay with you.
Yeah, sure. Then it's kind of like podcast style.
Yeah, I mean, I reckon most people aren't going to be interested in watching it, but
nobody watches the ones where we talk to each other.
There's only one video like that, I think. That didn't really. I think was because I heavily edited it. And I think that kind of means the natural flow of the conversation gets destroyed in a way.
Oh, yeah.
So it kind of has the downsides. It's not as quick and information dense as a YouTube video, but it's also not as natural as a podcast episode. So it has like negative sides of both.
Mm-hmm. I mean, somebody once commented that they're mainly listening to the video anyway and not even looking. And I was like, I'm putting so many hours in putting these little intricate graphics
the video, the graphs are where the time goes.
Need to do yes.
Yeah.
So since then, my editing has gotten much worse in terms of how much stuff I'm just like stuffing in there.
That's fine. Yeah, I think that's fine. Maybe we even over. To me, there was a point where like getting better at that was just like a self-challenge in a way. Where it's like,
you took a different direction and became really good. You didn't like things like where you were like writing on the screen. I don't know how to do that. I thought all of that stuff was really awesome.
Oh yeah. That like the last few videos you mean? Yeah.
I'm now embarrassed. Like I can't even go back and listen to like other videos.
I can't. So what I can't stand is how many. I had so much acne in those first videos. It's so hard to watch for me. It's very bad.
Yeah. I'm just glad that this started right after my acne period. Although I think it probably is in some videos, probably came in, but not like when I had my.
That's good. If I had to say like
acne at different times.
Yeah. If I had to say like just to sort of like wrap it up a bit, I guess, or I don't know what you've planned, but I think I'm proud. Like,
are you in pain? Are you not enjoying this conversation?
I'm hating it. I'm hating this.
I've shown you big announcements.
I'm hating. Yeah. No, what I really am proud of is the fact that we kept going with it. That's because none of it is very unique. I would even say like the idea itself is very obvious, right? I think
obvious, but other people aren't doing it.
There are a few, but like not. Yeah. So it's not none of these things are
right.
None of these,
but not for like the really specific genre.
Yeah, that's true. None of these things are what I'm really proud of. The thing that I'm really proud of is that we like kept going over so much time, right? And because otherwise, it wouldn't be anything, right? Like that consistency, like persistence, I guess. That's what I'm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and at worst case, and there was never that much downside to it. I think also, like the coolest thing if it ends up nobody's going to care about any other video that we're going to do, I think this is a very cool way to just sort of keep in touch as well. I think this I don't want to be too nice to you, but I think this greatly increases the chances they're going to be we're going to be friends for a very, very long time, and that's also very nice. Yeah,
actually, yeah, because there was a time where we were like mad at each other, but the channel kind of kept us together.
Exactly.
Such
Yeah,
that now
maybe.
we're like 100%
Yeah,
perfect friends.
I think I'm very confident out of all my friends that you're going to be one of those people that I'm going to know like forever. Like, and
I would love like, I know nobody will watch it, but I would love to have like a podcast with you that's like this, like this situation. No
Yeah.
one wants to watch it though, except us.
No, nobody wants to. It's always like, oh, we're so fun, but nobody actually thinks
I
that
know.
about that person.
And we're always like, oh, our conversations are so interesting, but maybe they suck and we just can't hear them.
Yeah, maybe at the worst, that's also like this that has the very little downside. At the worst, it's going to be something that we can watch in like 10 years from now.
There's a benefit of you say the key to having a successful YouTube channel is just like get two narcissists who think we have valuable things to say.
I think you need like a healthy dose of like not the clinical narcissism, obviously, but I think narcissism is what makes people funny. Not that I'm funny, but comedians, for example, what they're like originally trying to achieve by being funny, like way back when you hear all their
it's like please give me attention.
It's always they wanted to get attention and they weren't pretty enough or like handsome enough to go that route. I think Conan said that like he was getting no attention specifically from girls, and then he knew he had to be funny,
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to think. There's probably, oh my gosh, there's a squirrel right in my window right now. Now it's gone. That's definitely part of it. There's probably some other factors that I would think of if I thought about it for a while, but yeah, I always remember Jim Carrey saying that's how he got started. He just wanted
there you go.
Me. But it's really like that feeling. What does it mean when a whole room of people laughs?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
they're all saying, I approve of you right now.
Yeah.
You have full approval.
Exactly.
So if you want a whole room of people saying, in this moment, you were 100% good, like approved of.
That makes.
And do you revel in that feeling, or does it not mean that much to you? If it means a lot to you, you might chase that feeling.
Exactly.
And then cultivate the skills
to
achieve that feeling over and over and over.
Exactly. Yeah, completely.
I can totally identify with that, except I'm not finding out to achieve it.
It doesn't just have downsides. It also is what like you are generally a very funny person, and that that's probably more than one motivation where that comes from. But yeah. By the way, I almost forgot. I'm totally wearing wait.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice. I have one thing to say, then I'm ready for the announcement. Yes,
are you ready?
I love that shirt, by the way. I feel like
it's very nice. It's generally a shirt like I wear sometimes, like not that much, but it's not a bad shirt to just wear out because it's very like low key. Okay, do you want to give the announcement so we can?
Yes, I was gonna add because you said what you were proud of.
Yeah, please.
What I'm proud of is having read so many books.
That's fair.
Like reading is one thing, but reading and taking detailed notes and then turning them into video scripts. I don't know if people realize that that's what's happening with all these videos. It's not that we like researched the chapter online and came up with a summary. Like we personally read it, took notes on it, reviewed the notes, proofed them to make them make like explainable sense. Right? Like made them presentable. And then, so it's like, reading alone is one thing. You just read through and you're done. Reading with detailed notes is like the amount of time that went into it. And frankly, I could probably like publish something when I go, like, it'll be like capitalism, socialism, and democracy. And it's like 50 pages of notes that I have in my computer.
Yeah.
Scrolling through with like quotes written out, highlighted, and I'm really proud of that, just like bulk of notes, I guess.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
That's true. That's a very good one. Yeah.
Truly the most difficult Okay, I have a good question. What's like your favorite video and what's your least favorite video?
My least favorite video is the one where it's like, why read Marx? I think that's like the first video ever on the channel, because I feel like there's no content in that one. It's just like listing reasons why it's no, not why read Marx. It's why read Smith. It's why read Smith. Why read Smith? And it's just like listing reasons why Adam Smith is an important guy. There's
Yeah.
no like real content in it. So that I think that would be the one that's, and it's watched, like it's been watched like thousands of times. Somehow that video still gets views. I don't know how. And then my favorite one by far is the one that's the tragic case for optimism, which is the closing video for Frankie.
Mm-hmm.
With like, it's got the Blue Danube waltz in the background and just very, very good. Yeah, really enjoy that one. How about you?
My least favorite video, which might be surprising, but not to you, is chapter 1 of Das Kapital.
Yeah.
I hate that video. It's our most viewed video on the channel, but it has brought me so much personal misery.
I remember. Yeah, I remember.
It's weird because yeah, it's basically gotten almost entirely positive reception, but it was just so difficult to make.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever worked on a video longer than that one, and like had to put so much scrutiny into
It's
a video other than that one, and I just like burnt out. I don't even want to look at it.
Let's see if I can find it.
It has a good amount of views.
I can just probably just rank our videos by view. Oh no, it doesn't. Oh, popular. Yes, yeah, it's got 67,000 views. Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember.
I'll be cool when that hits 100K. I'll be proud of that.
Yeah, that's just a matter of time, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah.
Favorite video? I don't know. I'm just like a very negative person.
Is your least favorite video though? Because you did put a lot of work into that, and that also paid off. I remember, like, you researched that chapter, like you broke your brain over this chapter for a long time.
Yeah, I worked on it for a very long time.
Yeah, and then it turned out it was kind of like the video that got us like our first subscribers, basically.
It's probably what got us, yes, our first wave. I remember when we first hit 100 and we were really excited.
Yeah.
Because we had already posted a lot of Adam Smith actually at that point.
Mm.
And we were just barely getting.
Yeah. Oh, I've got a notification. Your free meeting will end in 10 minutes. I guess Zoom has a time limit now.
Oh my
We have to wrap it up in 10 minutes. That's what I'm saying. I think that's a good limit anyways. We're not that interesting.
I think for that reason, it's also my favorite video.
No, are you saying this is your favorite and that's such a lame answer.
Why?
It's your favorite and your least favorite video.
Yeah, it's my favorite because I feel like in a lot of ways it helped create the channel. The channel wouldn't be what it is today.
Absolutely. Yeah. I completely
without agree. Now, my favorite book to read was kind of On Liberty. I love John Stuart Mill. I think that was fun to read. But I don't think I learned too much new per se. It kind of just like reinforced things I already thought. So maybe that's a horrible answer. Yeah, no, I'm going with my first. Answer.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Cool.
My last question. So do you remember when we hit 100 and how excited we were? Or when we first hit 1,000 and how excited we were? And now those are just like pathetic milestones. Where do you think we go from here? Just give up?
I would say the last year I haven't really been thinking about that. I used to be very ambitious about the channel,
I know.
and I'm much less so now. Like I'm much more relaxed and see it much more as like a hobby that I enjoy doing rather than like a project where I need to achieve things.
Hmm.
So
That's good. I think that's
versus
helpful too.
because like 2 years ago I was very ambitious and I had like strategies and milestones and all that, but now I really don't anymore. I think
But I feel like it grew in the times that we didn't have strategies or milestones.
that's again there seems to be no connection between having strategies and milestones and actual growth.
Really, like I stopped paying attention. I remember it being at like 3,000, and then I came back and it was like 7,000, and I didn't notice any of that growth.
I think it's going to keep going. I think we're going to keep summarizing books. I don't see any I think it's going to be a linear. I don't think it's an exponential thing anymore. I think it's just going to like get a few hundred subscribers each year, which is which is fine with me. How about you? What do you think?
Yeah, that sounds about right. When are you coming back to the channel? I like, frankly, I like it as the Lena channel. My face was yours, and it brought me pleasure.
Yeah. When I have time, honestly, when I have time in the headspace for it.
Never.
Which really hasn't been the case. Like, just when we moved recently into a different area and just starting a new job and all these things. Yeah, I can't promise anything. I hope soon. I'm definitely not stopping. It's just that yeah.
Oh, good. Well, that's all we wanted to hear.
Very good.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
The big announcement is that that I'm opening a store in connection with a channel. And right now we only have 3 designs, but we have 3 sticker designs of some of everyone's favorite theorists. Two theorists, and one is a very cute. You see it.
So nice.
Isn't that cute? It has our colors and everything.
I'm definitely going to order some. Yeah, it's very good.
Pay for international shipping. It's going to be linked onto the channel when this arrives. I'll sell them for $4 each. That's Adam Smith. That's really what Adam Smith looks like.
Yeah, I've been to Scotland. I've seen his statue.
Him. And this one's my personal favorite. This one turned out really good.
Yeah. You look so grumpy.
I know.
You look so grumpy. Oh, did I show you? I actually went to sorry to bomb this with my own stuff, but I went to the Mark's grave recently.
Mm-hmm. What? You should have taken a picture.
I did take a picture. Give me a second. But what's so weird is it's like a tomb, and there's on his tomb, there's a huge Mark's head, like his head. And it's like this big. It's so weird. Yeah, let me find it. I actually went like a long time ago as well. It's a very beautiful graveyard.
You know, I'm a fan of is a young Mark's. Do you ever look that up?
Oh, no, I haven't.
Look it up, because we only know him as like an older gentleman.
But how? Yeah, but it's got to be drawings, right? It's just drawings of him.
No, I think it's a picture.
I don't think it could be. He's too old.
You're right. I think it's a drawing.
Yeah. I can't find it now. I can put it. I'm sure we can put like in the edits, like a picture of it. But yeah. All right. Should we wrap this up?
Oh yeah, he was born in 1818.
Yeah, there wouldn't be a picture.
So it could be a picture. Yeah. But it happens to be a drawing.
Yeah, the drawing is always very, very favorable to whoever's being drawn, because the person, yeah, he definitely didn't look that good. Definitely not. Definitely, because you know who paid for that drawing? Mark's paid for that drawing. So I'm pretty sure that if I pay for a drawing, I'm gonna look great.
You'd be like, wow, Grandpa looked like Chris Hemsworth.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. I think I'm going to stop recording now. Is there anything else you wanted to add? The time is literally running
No, the
out. I'm
store is
actually losing my count.
opening. Super
Yes.
excited. New way to support the channel. Hope people appreciate it. I'm really excited about it. I will be personally packaging and mailing everything myself.
Yes.
So
make Lena do some actual
yeah.
work and order some stuff.
And yay.